Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to continue talking about competence compounding and how it's affected my life, how the different skills I learned, the different hobbies I have, how they affect each other, how they not just in isolation, but how the skill I developed from the skills um, you know affect other skills and competence I have, and also help shape the person that I am, like the meta self. So I'm gonna read a bit from a screen here because I've done a lot of notes. So for instance, I was practicing martial arts for a huge part of my life since I was a kid, up until 2015 when I had a very serious injury that severely affected my life and the rest of my life. But still, up until that point, there was a lot of positive things coming with martial arts. So, like direct skills are, for instance, body control, discipline, balance, timing, respect, humility, courage, focus, being able to handle stress and pain and things like that. And if we want to call it like meta competences, would be that I'm much more able to progress when things are moving, not my way. When there's friction in my life, I'm much more able to fight through it, to be more persistent. I know there are better words for this. Sorry, I don't have a script. So when I'm gonna do these videos seriously, with great production value, I will not be doing them this vaguely. And of course, confidence through hard work. And all of this spills over onto, my my normal workouts and training, um, relationships. I'm less reactive. I'm more like stronger, confident, calm. Yeah, and also when it comes to work, parenthood, me as a father, I'm stronger. I'm a better leader, I would say. So it has given me a lot. And also it affected dancing. So a lot of people who are dancers are also martial artists and vice versa, which is interesting. Um, and when it comes to dancing, I also danced just like martial arts a greater part of my life. I started out with all kinds of dancing, show dance, street dance, things like that. And when I turned 17, I think, I started breakdancing also, as it's called, and was doing that up until I was like 30, very intensely. So of course, like direct skills are, rhythm, body control, also leadership, because I had a crew, and we were a group of people. Confidence, being cool. Somehow it comes with being a b-boy, as a breakdancer is also called. Um, social skills, because you met a lot of different dancers, um, and somehow the dancing world and breakdance world were like a microcosmos. Um, and more like meta competences were comfort in social exposure. I was more able to have attention on me without getting nervous because I always had stage fright, which is kind of ironic. Um, Being able to communicate without words, being a better lover, actually, presence, timing, um, and also confidence, being cool, actually. And this spills over to things like dating, relationships, um, you know, a lot of different things. Also, martial arts, as I talked about before. And then I want to talk about cooking. I love cooking. And direct skills are like, technique, flavor, plating, hygiene, organization, creativity, things like that. And meta competences are compassion, love for creating, aesthetics, patience, improvisation, also organization, because you have to be organized in the kitchen, and creativity, being able to build something, um, from ingredients, and being able to understand what different things work together and see patterns, and being able to um, build out other dishes from that, and learning, and also having patience in step by step being just better and better. And this spills over on health, relationships, parenthood, social life, confidence, on and on. Psychology and behavioral science. Direct skills are to understand behaviors, motivation, feelings, how the mind works, how different, um, why people do as they do, their why they take, how do you say, decisions, habits, routines, learning, change. And meta competences are like empathy, perspective, self reflection, introspection, system thinking, observation, lots of stuff. And this spills over to really everything. Everything that has something to do with people. Um, you know, as I said, relationships, dating, parenthood, work, friendship, just how the whole world works, actually. Um, and relationships and dating, direct skills is like, yeah, being able to attract someone, being able to handle friendships, family relations, you get to know yourself better, social calibration, intimacy, intimacy, trust, um, borders. And meta competences are like emotional intelligence, introspection, self acknowledgement, vulnerability. And this spills over also to all the things that I said, like parenthood, friendship, things like that. Uh, Fashion, perfume or fragrances, interior design. You get skills like style, color, fit, um, uh, materials, sense of smell, um, just being able to know what fits different people. And meta competences is like self respect, aesthetics in general, detail focus, creativity, um, yeah, a lot of stuff. And this spills over to a lot of things like confidence, dating, work life, style in general. And I can go on and on, with health and fitness and cars and AI and technology and everything that I'm so interested in. But this is just to show that everything affects other stuff, and why it's good to be a generalist, why it's good to just become better and better, small steps all the time in all these things, because everything affects everything else. And it becomes like a huge Venn diagram, and things affect other things in your life, and you become just a much more better, more happy, more fulfilled self, your meta self. And I can deep dive into this for like literally forever, and I will step by step. So these first like 100 videos I'm gonna make are gonna be just like me rambling on, getting things out of my head, and then I'm gonna start really making videos, edited videos with scripts, like with high production value, and bind these concepts together, and also deep dive into me as a person, what I've been through in my life, and why all these things worked for me. That's all for this time. Bye, guys.